What if you could guarantee yourself success? Would that be something that you were interested in? If so, check out this video. What's going on? This is Odell Bazell, and for the last 5 years, I've been a full-time professional speaker. And a lot of people, especially at my speeches, they come up to me and they ask me different questions about how I was able to make it to being a professional speaker. How did I start and all this different stuff? One question that I'm often asked is, how do you know that you were gonna make it? And I'll be honest, I didn't. I had faith. And a lot of times when you're dealing with students that come from backgrounds, maybe their parents didn't go to college, or maybe they are in a tough environment, a tough neighborhood, maybe they grew up in the inner city, or maybe they even grew up in rural communities. They really don't know how they're gonna succeed. They really don't know how they're gonna go to the top. And in this video, I just wanna share with you one quick thing that guarantees your students' success. Now, I do a presentation called Refuse to Lose where I share 4 things, but in this video, I'm just gonna share one. And that one thing is all about mindset. And I know that sounds cliche. It's like, what does that really mean though? And it wasn't until I really started looking into something called epigenetics. And if you want to check it out, you can look up Dr. Bruce Lipton on YouTube. But he said that 95% of the things that we do are subconsciously led, meaning this, we don't think about it. When you tie your shoes, you've been doing it so long, you don't even think about it. You could tie your shoes in the dark. When you brush your teeth, all of the things that you do on a daily basis, when you're driving your car, you remember when you first got your license, 10 and 2, 10 and 2, oh God, 10 and 2. Oh God. But now you could be eating, and you know you're not supposed to do it. You be eating, you be texting, you be doing all sorts of stuff. And again, you're not supposed to do it. You don't need to text and drive, you don't need to eat and drive. But people do it because they're on the road and they're trying to get to their destination. 95% of the things that we do are subconscious. 5% are conscious or in our creative mode. And so when we're trying to inspire and motivate our students, we're really going up against their subconscious, because how they're programmed is how they're going to act. And Dr. Lipton also said the first 7 years of our lives, and I've heard this before from psychologists and different social studies, from 0 to 7, we're hypnotized.
At the sound of the bell, you will be 4 years old.
Will, wake up!
What we see is what we do from 0 to 7. And so when we see our students, when we meet our students, they're a lot older than 7. They're already set in their ways. So how do we train our mind? How do we brainwash our mind for success? It's super simple. We have to make sure that that 95% that we use is programmed for success. Now, how do we do it? There are only 2 ways to do it. The first way is hypnosis, and we've already been hypnotized. But the second way is what I want to talk about. That second way is through ritualistic repetition. Ritualistic repetition. Doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, to whereas by default, your mind defaults to success. Now, what does that look like? Here's one thing that you can get your students to do. Get a journal or get a notebook. It could be a spiral notebook. And I remember when I was younger, I used to get in, a little bit of trouble every now and again. And I remember having to write on the chalkboard. This is before they had, the dry erase markers and all that stuff. To write on the chalkboard, I will not run, or I will not talk in class, all these different times. And if you ever watch the show The Simpsons, you see Bart Simpson at the beginning writing on the chalkboard. What we need to get back to is training our mind, programming our mind. Get your students to write down that one goal. I'm going to graduate with a 4.0 GPA. I'm going to graduate with a 4.0 GPA. I'm going to have them write that down 100 times. Have them write that down every single day. Handwrite it until it's etched in their mind. Because see, your mind truly does not understand the difference between fantasy and reality. It only understands commands. And so yes, we want our students to plug into the after school programs, to go to the leadership conferences, to go to the different counseling sessions and all that stuff. But on their time, they need to be programming their mind every single day. Just get that one thing into their mind, that one goal. You want them to graduate with high marks so that they can go off to college and do great things. If that's the goal that they want to do, get them to write down that one goal in a journal. That's something that you can try as well, because I found that that helped me in my life. That helped me. I got a journal when I graduated from college. A few years after that, I'm doing my public speaking thing. And so try it out, see if that works. I'm Odell Bazell. That was the first thing of 4 that I share in a program called Refuse to Lose, where I speak about grit and a lot of different things. I would love to come to your organization to teach your students about it. And I will see you at the top, not from the top. Take care.